LP Conroe, and 106.1 KZCCLP Conroe, and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Hello, I am Margie Taylor, and we are at Lone Star Community Radio, FM 104.5, 106.1, Facebook Live, Conroe Culture News, and our City TV, cable TV, YouTube Live. And today's show, we will have Skeeter Hubert, Conroe ISD Board Trustee, and he will tell us all about what's going on in his life. And then we'll have Community Assistance Center. It's time for the 15th annual duck race, quack, quack. So we will hear from Jennifer Huffine and Courtney Frost in the second half of the show today. Our show is sponsored by Roger Stein Chiropractic and Team Sinisi Real Estate Group. Team Sinisi, they are here to serve you for your buying, selling, refinancing, investing in real estate. 281-507-9777. Team Sinisi, because it's an easy name to remember. Stacy Rogers is with Roger Stein Chiropractic and has been voted the best chiropractic center in Montgomery County for many years. They are located at 3033 West Davis by Conroe High School and Taco Bell, treating anyone from infants to seniors, weekend athletes to professionals, with a focus on natural, holistic healing to relieve pain and achieve optimal health. Dr. Stacy Rogers holds certifications in adjusting extremities, arms, legs, hands, feet, clinical nutrition, prenatal, and pediatric care. If you are not a patient, it's under $30 to go visit, and it all gets donated to CASA, kids that are in CPS custody. So, Roger Stein Chiropractic, thank you to our sponsors. A few things happening around us. So, this is week 2 of the new season at both of our local community theaters this week. School of Rock has their second weekend coming up, and it involves a lot of local youth, so talented, singing, playing instruments, the keyboards, the drums. It is a fantastic show. And there's a few adults in there as well. And, of course, the Battle of the Bands, and that is at the Owen Theater each Friday through Saturday. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, with the last performance being on Sunday, September 25th. It's also the second weekend for Murder on the Orient Express, a little Agatha Christie mystery at the Crichton Theater. And it plays at the same time. So, of note, normally the shows on Friday and Saturday start at 8. They are now starting at 7:30 p.m. So get your tickets. Go to thecrichtontheater.org or owentheater.com for tickets. And the Conroe Symphony has a new conductor. The Friends of the Symphony will host their membership and welcome reception from 4 to 6 this Saturday, September 17th at the Conroe Music Center, 1500 North Fraser. The new conductor's name is Gary Leapst. Go meet him and find out about getting season tickets to the Conroe Symphony. You know, have you visited our local restaurants in downtown Conroe? There's so many new ones. I mean, there's Moco Food Hall, which is really cool. If you haven't been there, they open for coffee early in the morning and other pastries, and they have event hosting rooms. You can go check it out. 202 Main is right across the street. They have a new menu in their Hideaway, delicious cocktails. Of course, there's Pacific Yard House, Red Brick Tavern. Go visit our local restaurants. The Conroe Art League also invites the community to stop in to see their September exhibits. And this is pretty phenomenal. Most of these artists in there are local. And the gallery is open from 11 to 4 on Tuesday through Saturdays. So they are having a special exhibit on Wednesday, September 22nd, Artists at Work. You can watch the artist painting from 4 to 7, and that is Wednesday, September 22nd. So stop by, go by the gallery, have a glass of wine at the Firm Meadery on Simonton, glide over to Blue Epiphany Winery on Main, but you don't want to mix beer and wine, just saying. So you can also go by Foss Brewing if you haven't been in there. They have Oktoberfest coming up in 2 weekends, Saturday, September 24th. And I understand they're having weenie dog races too. I don't know where that's going to happen. Maybe on Main Street, not sure. But go check it out. They'll have German food there. And that, again, is Saturday, September 24th from noon to 8 p.m. So with that, we're going to take a quick break and be right back with Skeeter Hubert.
Listening
and Mondays at noon to hear Conroe news from local nonprofits, businesses, upcoming events, Conroe Park events, news stories, and information that matters to you with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. For more information about being a guest, visit irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
Since 2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Conditions treated include lower back pain, migraines, headaches, whiplash, carpal tunnel, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, sports injuries, herniated discs, and complications from pregnancy. Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers and Dr. Brian McGee, is an integrity-verified chiropractic clinic. Call 936-441-9990 for an appointment or visit rogerssteinchiropractic.com. That's RODGERSSTEIN chiropractic.com.
Team Sinisi is a proud sponsor of Conroe Culture News. Vinny Sinisi and his professional team provide comprehensive real estate services throughout the greater Montgomery County area and beyond. Whether looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, Team Sinisi has an impeccable reputation. Contact Team Sinisi for a great experience at teamsinisi.com. That's TEAMSINISI.com.
So we are sitting here today with Skeeter Hubert, and I've known Skeeter for a few years, back when I was at now called Community Assistance Center, and who, you know, kind of funny that they're going to be on the second half of the show today. And you were board president at that time, I believe, when I was working there in development.
I was.
Yes. So he is here with a different hat on today. Skeeter is on the Conroe ISD Board of Trustees. And he's board president, as a matter of fact. Mm-hmm. So you've been board president 4 years?
No, the term is a 2-year term. So
2 years.
My 2 years will be up in November. So I was a vice president for 2 years prior, and then these last 2 years. So all through COVID, all through masks, all through homeschooling, all that fun stuff.
Lots of things you didn't know you were signing up for.
That's right.
So many things. Well, so what prompted you to even run for Conroe ISD?
You know, it's a great question. Just years ago, as I was growing up, my father always told me, "Hey, look, wherever it is that you work and live, you've got to give back. You got to try to give back in your community." And Margie, you and I, we've known each other for a long time. We have seen each other at so many different nonprofits. Mm-hmm. But I love children. I love this.
How many children do you have?
I have 4. I have 4 kids.
Grandkids?
I have 2 grandkids,
See?
as a matter of fact. Yep, I do. And my oldest grandchild is a kindergartner at Lamar Elementary. So yeah, I know time flies. It's crazy, but you know, just I've loved this community and I want to give back. And I thought the school board would be a nice spot for me to try out and you know, to go do. I know that we work with budgets, we work with youth, we work with all kinds of different things. And so I got in there back in 2014, and within the first 6 months, I realized I really love this. Like this is right up my alley. And at the time, it was Dr. Stockton, whom we all love, and named a school after him just recently. Mm-hmm. And I remember going in his office and said, "You know what? I knew that I would enjoy this, but I didn't realize I'd enjoy it this much. And I'm going to do everything I can to be one of the best school board members you've ever had come through here." So, you know, I don't know that I am that, but I certainly enjoy it. It's been a lot of fun.
You got to do what you enjoy doing, because it takes a lot of time, doesn't it, to get involved with being on a board, especially right now you're president.
Yes, you're right. It does. But along those lines, it does take a lot of time. But if you really enjoy it, you'll find where you fit in that organization, right? So there's so many different things that are
fuels your passion.
It fuels your passion. But then you also find out how you can be an asset to that organization. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we have a lot of things that come our way, and there's no way that one person can take it all on and do it. But we have 7 board members, so working as a group, you know, we call it the team of 8. Our 7 board members and our superintendent. we can accomplish a lot of stuff. And so it took me some time to kind of find my niche and where I seem to serve well and do my best.
And where is that?
I've enjoyed it. Well, so I enjoy being in the classroom with the students. So we do a lot of reading. So I go to the elementary schools and do a lot of reading, and I really enjoy that. I really get involved in the budget and serving on the finance committee.
Of course, you're in finance.
I know, right? So it's a natural fit. Mm-hmm. So I serve on the finance committee, and I'm on the audit committee, and so those are some areas that I work really well with.
So you bring your skill set to what
I do,
what you can bring to the Conroe ISD.
That's correct. Yeah, and we just went through in our last meetings in August, we set our tax rate, which we lowered again. When I first started on the school board back in 2014, our tax rate was $1.26. And we just passed it at $1.11. So we've dropped it that much, which has been fantastic. We worked on our budget, and we just, I enjoy that stuff. And getting to do that for the fruits of our youth, which is really a passion of mine, is supporting them and watching them be successful. It just was a good fit.
Well, that's interesting. And Conroe ISD is the biggest or one of the biggest employers in Montgomery County.
We are.
Aren't they?
Yeah, we are the largest employer in Montgomery County. We're the largest school district in Montgomery County.
What about Texas?
In Texas, we are, oh gosh, you're putting me on the spot. I think
Top
we're the
10?
16th.
Okay.
I think we are the
Top
16th
20.
largest district in Texas, and we just surpassed 70,000 students. 70,000 students in Conroe ISD. We did that a couple of weeks ago. At the beginning of this school year.
How many schools are there?
We have 63 schools. And,
that's hard to fathom that.
Yes.
How many square miles is it? You know?
I
know I'm asking you all these
I know
questions.
It's good stuff. Yeah. So these are great.
But this
things.
is big responsibility.
I think we are 358 total square miles.
It's more than we understand.
It's so much bigger. It goes all the way from New Caney. Out to just
out
south of Willis and Willis Waukegan and all the way out
13-14 out that way.
Yep,
yeah,
and all the way out to we go all the way down into the Woodlands and
Grangerland
and Grand Oaks and all of that. It's,
all over.
It's all encompassing.
Huge. So what I'm getting at is this is a big responsibility because it's massive. Mm-hmm. It's a big employer. You have 63 schools and all of that. So sitting as a member of the Board of Trustees and president, too, is a big responsibility.
Yes.
So you chose to run again.
I did. So my term is up in November of this year, and so I loved it so much that I wanted to run again. And there was a little bit of a hiccup. We had a little bit of an issue with that, and so my name is not going to be on the ballot this year, unfortunately. So really what happened is you get an application to run for school board, and I had every intention, and I really loved it, and I do love it. I still love it. So I filled out the application, and the way the application reads, I call it name, rank, and file. What's your name? What's your address? All that kind of information. And then you're going down, and one of the questions is, are you a convicted felon? And I checked no, and I went on
that's
down.
Good.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm not a convicted felon. And so I'm going on down the line, and I turned it in, and the school district received my application, and they looked it over, and they have about 5 days. Actually, not about. They have 5 working days to certify your application is in good standings. And so they did. So they certified it, and we went on down the road. This is the 3rd time I filled it out. You would think that I would know how to fill out an application. But it turns out that after the time limit expired for people to fill out applications and turn them in, which was on a Monday, I think it was August 23rd or something like that, it was closed. Later that night, a friend of mine had reached out to me and said, hey, we're pulling all the applications that are posted online, and we noticed that there's a question on here that you may have overlooked. So I looked at it and said, oh, my goodness, I sure did. And it's a question that is not even trivial. But the reason I talk about the convicted felon, as I checked it and went on down, typically if the answer is yes or no, and if you click yes, it wants you to, the next question is, what are you in for? What were you convicted for?
Give us more information.
Yeah, give us more information about that. So instead of really paying attention and going through that, the next question was, how long have you been a resident of the state of Texas? Which is one of my favorite things to brag about that I am a Texan. I mean, I've been here my entire life. Grew up in San Antonio, got a ranch down in South Texas. Here I am in Conroe. I love Texas. I love being from Texas. I love everything about Texas. And I overlooked that question.
Wow.
But according to the Secretary of State of Texas, they said that even though my residency is not in question, even though I have filled that out.
See, that's crazy because how long do you have to be a resident in Texas or in Conroe to run?
I don't even know. I'm not sure. But
it's evident that you already are and have been because you've been serving.
Absolutely.
So that's
absolutely. So it's
a weird thing.
It's a weird thing, but rules are rules, right? And so if the application, yeah, I know, right? But the Secretary of State said, "Hey, look, we understand it's an oversight. However,
and they won't make any
they said
allowance at all.
No,
period.
Period. Like they said, look, it is what it is. The application is incomplete, so therefore it is an invalid application."
Wow.
Now, had this been found out prior to the closing date of applications, of submitting your application, I would have been given an opportunity to fix that, and that's part of where it comes in with the school district. So the school district certifying that. They overlooked it too. I mean, I overlooked it. They overlooked it, and it's probably
just a little bit of a mess.
It's just a little bit of a mess, but there was no ill will. Like the school district is not trying to pick their candidates, right? They're not trying to keep me out.
Come out that way that they're trying to? I mean, have you heard?
Yes, I have. I've heard that.
Some false accusations about that.
I've had some friends who are very passionate, and they're upset. I'm upset too. Everybody's upset.
For sure.
The school district is upset. Not that they're rooting for me, but that this happened. Like the voters of Montgomery County and people who would be able to vote in Conroe ISD School Board are not going to get an opportunity to either vote for or against because of an oversight. And it hurts. It hurts me.
Sure, it does.
And it hurts the district just because this happened. But I've had some people say, this doesn't look right. It doesn't feel right. There's got to be how can the state of
But you don't
Texas,
really feel that happened. You feel that
all.
it was just an accident, an oversight.
Yeah, it's just an oversight. I don't feel anywhere that the school district purposely sat on this information, right?
That'd be kind of crazy.
It'd be kind of crazy, yeah. And as a matter of fact, that there was another candidate in another race in our school board. The same thing happened to her. It's the exact same question, exact same thing.
The same time?
The same time.
Right now? This
right
happened?
Now. Yes.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So both of us.
That's really weird.
And I know, and it is. and it makes for a great conspiracy, and it really does. But there's just nothing there.
We'll just throw that in with COVID.
I know, right? Yeah, it's just an odd thing.
Oh my gosh.
And both of us feel horrible. We both overlooked it. We went to everybody. So we went to the school, and the school gave us our options. Said, look, one of the things you could do is you could sue the school.
You don't want to do that.
Well, it's about the outcome, right? So we sue the school district, and we win. And the school district says, yep,
we messed up.
We overlooked it. You overlooked it. Take it to the Secretary of State. We've already gone down that road. We've talked to attorneys. The attorneys have talked to the Secretary of State. And the Secretary of State said before we did any kind of law, which we didn't do any lawsuits, but while we're talking about this, they basically came back and said, this is a great learning opportunity for you and for the district. So they're not budging. They're not changing.
So it sounds like me fighting the Army.
There you go. So what good is it? What good is it to sue the district? There's there's nothing that can come of that, right?
Yeah.
I don't have the money to put up for that. I'm going to be wasting taxpayer money to fight a lawsuit, which makes no sense. So this is just a bad deal,
where are you right now with all this? What are you going to do going forward?
Well, so we have so every 2 years we have another election, and I'm going to see. We'll see what happens in 2 years. We've got some great people on our school board.
You might be moving on up in the next 2 years, right?
Yeah, who knows what will happen. So in 2 years, we've got 4 board positions that will be coming up, and I think we have a fantastic board. They work hard, they sacrifice, they give. They got good people. So if one of those people choose to not run, I would never run against them. But if any one of them choose to not run, I will certainly try to be back on there. Look, honestly, it hurt.
I'm sure it did.
It hurt. it's not about losing, right? I mean, that's part of life.
guts
If you
you.
run and you lose, you move on.
Right.
But that I wasn't given
Given
that
a chance.
opportunity.
You didn't
Yeah.
get that opportunity.
I didn't get
right.
that opportunity. And so with that being said,
It's heartbreaking.
I still have a lot left in me to give, and I love our school board. I
So
love
what are
our
you going to
school district.
do
Well, I'm
in the
gonna try.
meantime?
Well, I'll still stay involved. You know, I now have a junior. Man, time flies. I have a junior at the Woodlands High School, so I'm going to be involved with him. And now I've got my grandson Leo, who is, he's a kindergartner. So we're starting this.
Is that
all
your
over
youngest
again.
that's a junior?
He's my youngest. Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I know it. So 24 will be 25 this October, and then a 22 and a 19 and a 16.
Oh my gosh. They were so young last time I saw
I know. They were at the
Wow.
duck races. You know,
Gosh.
we would go to the pool and they would
Yeah.
follow those ducks around and
Oh, my
for all that
goodness.
stuff. So it was a good time.
Yeah, time does move on.
So, but I'm not going
So-
anywhere. I'm planning on staying around.
Are you going to be part of the finance committee?
No, I won't be
still?
on any of the committees. I won't be on those committees as an official school board member because those are only going to be
Restricted.
available for school board members. However, there's other things that go on. So if there happens to be rezoning, so we're going to be going through a rezoning in Grand Oaks. I don't live in that area, so I can't be on that. And those are open to the community to be able to serve in that capacity. So I can't do that. But if there's some rezoning that happens in my community, I'd love to be on that. As I just pointed out, 70,000 students. Where are we going to put all these kids? I mean, we have, of our 63 schools, over 40 or 48 of them are at an over capacity. And capacity for us is 120%. So we've got some serious issues going on. We've got to make some choices. So, who knows what the future holds, but we got to make some choices. I'd love to be a part of that. I'd love to be a
Right.
part of
Well,
those
they have
conversations
those,
and those
committees.
decisions. Yeah.
That get together because I've been on them before for Splendora.
There you go.
As you look at the options for having another bond,
Mm-hmm.
and then those listening groups and things like that.
That's right.
So that you can get the community involved. And I remember going to some of those with Conroe ISD not too long ago, although it's probably longer than I think. And
I know.
that would be a good alternative to
Yeah.
be involved with
Yep.
while you're just
And I plan
seeing
on
what other availability there is.
And I plan on being involved in this school board race as well. This is extremely important. We've got one open seat. So the person that is running for my spot is now unopposed, and so that's
Right.
that position she will get. But Ray Sanders, Ray Sanders is on our school board, and he has a race ahead of him, and I plan on doing everything I can to help him out. He's a great man.
So you advocate for your partners,
Absolutely.
your friends, and
I'm advocating for him, and I'm advocating for people to get out and vote. It's
Sure.
we say it all the time, but that's how you get your point across. Do you
Yep.
do you support the candidate? And if you do, you got to get out there and vote, and then let people know that your voice has been heard. And so when things
Absolutely.
are going right, you can be a part of that, and when things are not going right, you can say, this is not something I wanted, and you can be part of
Get
making
involved
that
in
type
it.
of change. So
Yes,
that's
I myself have been very involved in most of the races.
That's true.
So
Well,
it's a good thing. And this is an unfortunate thing that happened, circumstance,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't like to say it was a learning tool, but I mean, sometimes we have failures in life and we just have to scoop it up and see what we can do and make other opportunities, which it sounds like you're going to do.
I agree.
You
Yeah,
know?
I think that was just the state of Texas or the Secretary of State. I need to say it right. It was the Secretary of State.
It might actually be a learning thing for them,
for
too.
them. Yeah, it would.
You know?
It would be nice. So I know that in going through this research, I know that there are some states out there that when something like this happens, it was just an oversight. There's nothing corrupt. There's something happened, right? Because the argument was, Skeeter, yes, you had that oversight, but the district certified, or the district led you to believe that it was in good standing. So I quit looking.
Right.
When something like that happens, there are other states that say, we recognize this, and you're given 24 hours to get this fixed. So I'm not necessarily advocating for major overhauls in the application process for people, but I believe that there should be some type of process where if something like this happens, because this clearly was nothing ill will in our district. But who's to say that there's not other districts out there that something like this
A way to
happens?
arbitrate it?
Yeah, some kind of arbitration. Who's to say that there's not a district out there that says, hey, we don't want this candidate,
Right.
and we see there is a mistake, and we're just going to keep our mouths shut and let this happen, right? That didn't happen here. But who's to say that that doesn't help happen
Maybe that's an
elsewhere?
opportunity for you to explore that.
Could be. It
and
could
get
be.
involved and get other advocates so that there is a place
Yeah.
to relook at that, you know?
And that's going to take legislative changes. So that's
Well,
going to
that
that's
could
going to
be a
take
thing.
It could be a thing, and you know, and
See?
I
That's when legislative issues come up, is when it affects your life and you think about it. Well, why aren't we doing this or why aren't
Right.
we doing that?
yeah, I mean, it makes sense when you say, look, applications got to be completed. All right, so that's the letter and the spirit of the law. The spirit of the
Correct.
law is to make sure that things are done. And so the Secretary of State, they're implementing the letter of the law here. The letter of the law says this is incomplete. It's got to be complete. So therefore, it's invalid. But the spirit of the law was not, that really wasn't the spirit. The spirit of the law was not to keep something like that.
So we have a local person in Conroe that's on the education committee, you know.
Yes. Yeah. And it's more than just the education committee. It's,
but I'm
it's
just
gonna
saying,
take all of them.
yes, of course it does.
Right.
You need advocates.
Yeah. So
that
while
are elected officials to help get this done.
So I do plan on after this is all done, right? So after the election is over, you know, and this, we can get past this, and it is what it is. We're going into state legislature next
Yep.
year in January. So this would be a great opportunity just to readdress it, because
There you
there were
go.
court cases where this has happened in the past, right? And
interesting.
so as we pull it up,
So what are we doing to make things better?
What are we doing to make things
How are we
better?
improving things?
yeah, so it's okay to ask
See, I
questions
can already
and see if we
see where your future's laying.
can. Well, we'll
And you
see.
may not
There's-
have known it, but
No, I
we've
tell
just
you what.
peeled out the layers.
There's no secret. It's
Yeah.
well, I'd say that it's a bad secret that at some point in my future I would love to be at the state level. I would. It's not now. The time is not now. I love what I'm doing. I've got a great position with a great company here locally. I've got kids still in the district that are in athletics, and I love going to those things, and so I enjoy being here.
Family's very important.
Family is very important, but at some point in the future, I could see myself trying this.
You can look in that
look into that
direction.
direction at some point. Today's not that
Prepare
day.
the path.
Yeah, today's not that day, but we'll see. We'll see what the
You're
future
not
holds.
announcing anything today.
No, I'm not announcing anything, and I wouldn't even. I don't even have anything to announce.
Okay.
I'm not doing that. But yeah, I mean, it's something that has been
Cool.
a desire of mine in the future. I think that I would be a good fit for something like that. So
I can see it.
yeah.
Well, very good. So we have the ducks waiting outside. So I've seen them wave and do all that.
Such a great event. I mean, that
Oh,
was so
yes.
much fun planning that. And, you know, and I'm not sure, I know you're going to announce where it's being held this year, but at the other pools.
Big Rivers.
At Big Rivers. When we were at the other pools, it was so much fun. And we had so many people come out. And
Rob
the kids,
Fleming Park.
Rob Fleming Park. And
4th of July, but that was a lot on the 4th of July.
it was a lot, but we had good crowds. Remember that? We had
It was a
good
lot
crowds.
for those who were intimately involved
Okay,
in that.
that's true. That is true.
And had to do things with the duck or be the duck or whatever it was.
That's right. That's right.
So yeah, so they're moving and grooving and still serving the community. They have changed their name several times, and yeah, it's a good thing. And we're going to talk about that shortly. But in closing, I'm glad you came on here, Skeeter.
Well, thanks for the invite. I enjoyed it.
And
It's a lot of fun.
you know, people need to hear from you what is happening, what the future holds. And Conroe ISD is great.
Mm-hmm.
Curtis Knoll is fabulous. He was in LMC class of 2015.
He
my
brags,
class.
He brags about that.
Does he? Of course he does.
He brags about that.
Yeah.
It's a great class.
And it was a stepping stone because that was, I think, before he became superintendent or
It was.
on the edge of before he.
Yeah, he wasn't. He
like
wasn't
that.
quite our superintendent at that
Yes,
time. That's right.
But you know, it's a great relationship building, and you should do it. Just saying.
The LMC, you know, that's been a bucket list too. And every time it comes up, I
forget.
I forget, and then I
I'll
fill
nudge you.
I fill my schedule with other things. But yeah, you're right. There's been a lot of great things. A lot of great people come out of that. A lot
Yeah.
of great nonprofits have
Launched
benefited
it.
from
Yep.
that.
Yep.
And so yeah, it's a great.
I launched my whole business with that
Yeah.
back in the day. I think you were on the board there.
So it's fun.
Yeah. So thank you very much.
You're
and
welcome.
we look forward to seeing what else you have coming forward. And you do have a Facebook page. So if you have
do.
any other messages, and that is in our bio for today's show. So I appreciate you coming on, Skeeter, and wish you luck as I see you around in the community.
Great. Thanks, Margie. I appreciate it.
And special thanks to our sponsors for the show, Roger Stein Chiropractic and Team Sinisi. We're going to take a quick break and be right back.
Since 2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Conditions treated include lower back pain, migraines, headaches, whiplash, carpal tunnel, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, sports injuries, herniated discs, and complications from pregnancy. Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers and Dr. Brian McGee, is an integrity-verified chiropractic clinic. Call 936-441-9990 for an appointment or visit rogerssteinchiropractic.com. That's RODGERSSTEIN chiropractic.com.
Team Sinisi is a proud sponsor of Conroe Culture News. Vinny Sinisi and his professional team provide comprehensive real estate services throughout the greater Montgomery County area and beyond. Whether looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, Team Sinisi has an impeccable reputation. Contact Team Sinisi for a great experience at teamsinisi.com. That's TEAMSINISI.com.
Lone Star Community Radio is ready for the summer. If you or anyone you know is looking for a summer internship, Lone Star Community Radio is a great place to learn the radio and TV business. Contact the station at info@irlonestar.com or call the station's message line at 936-647-3776. Lone Star Community Radio offers a great opportunity to those interested in learning about the radio world.
From the beginning, the main purpose of the Cooperative Extension Service has been to change human behavior by teaching people how to apply the results of scientific research. By utilizing a holistic, multi-level approach, Extension family and community health programs encourage health and well-being for everyone. Addressing values, concerns, and needs with reliable science-based information, Extension programs help people lead healthier lives. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
Hey y'all, it's DJ Mike from Dan Simon, Texas. Join me Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. as I count down the top 10 Texas Red Dirt songs that are packing the dance floor. I'll be featuring local artists and the story behind the hits, shows in the area, as well as new songs that make you want to dance. It's Dance Time in Texas with DJ Mike on Lone Star Community Radio, 104.5 KCZW and 106.1 KZCC, Conroe, Texas, or online, irlonestar.com. Hey y'all, it's DJ Mike from Dan Simon, Texas. Join me Monday through Friday at 8 a.m.
Are you interested in learning more about preparing quick, healthy, and safe meals for your family? Would you like to spend time with others learning tips and tricks, along with practicing and tasting nutritious food? If so, the On the Road to Healthy Living Mobile Cooking School is for you. Call Amy Ressler at Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service at 936-539-7825 to find a class near you or volunteer to host a class.
Listen in Mondays at noon to hear Conroe news from local nonprofits, businesses, upcoming events, Conroe Park events, news stories, and information that matters to you with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. For more information about being a guest, visit irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
Did you know that there are over 153 million orphans in the world today? The sad reality is 99% of those kids will likely never be adopted. CoreLove is an organization right here in Conroe that takes care of orphan children in Haiti, Honduras, and India. We bring the love of Jesus by providing their 6 basic needs of clean water, proper food, healthcare, education, job skills, and a loving home. Visit corelove.org. That's CORELUV.org. Will you help defend the orphan?
So now we are sitting here with Jennifer Huffine and Courtney Frost with Community Assistance Center because, we have the duck here because it's duck time. If you don't know what duck time is, apparently you haven't been living in Montgomery County. So this is the 15th annual duck race. And I personally used to be a duck. I used to be all about the duck and wear yellow nail polish and all that. And so there's yellow rubber ducks. And they do this as a fundraiser to help people in the community because, interestingly enough, and they used to be Montgomery County Emergency Assistance and they were Crisis Assistance Center and now Community Assistance Center, get it straight, because it really explains more what they do. They help people in the community, but yet they're not the Red Cross or first aid, and so people would often think that crisis meant that, but crisis actually means in crisis in your life, right, Jennifer?
Yeah, so crisis means a lot of different things, but for us, it's folks that have had
Let's move the duck a little bit so I can see your face.
An unexpected financial crisis. Those are the folks that we really focus on helping.
So Jennifer is the new CEO of Community Assistance Center, and since April-ish?
Yes.
April-ish
Yes.
this year,
Yes.
2022. Courtney has been there a little while, right, Courtney?
Yes, ma'am.
Couple years?
January of 2020. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I thought it was around, 2.5-ish
Yes, ma'am.
years. Yes, and she is the new Director of Development.
Yes,
so that means she does everything else that she was doing before, only it's she has people now, right? You have people?
Yes.
Well, see, that's good to have people.
That's right.
And you work right hand with Jennifer over there.
Exactly.
And especially the duck race and special events and all of that, right, Courtney? What is your role?
So my role is overseeing our fundraising events, donor cultivation, and of course development includes volunteers, and so we have a wonderful team member, Renee Blacklaws, who oversees our volunteer operation and special projects. So shout out to Renee for all the great work that she does for our organization, bringing in new volunteers and with collection drives and things like that. So that's kind of what development covers, and so we're really happy that in just under 2 weeks, we will have our 15th annual duck race.
It feels like it's just kind of happened really fast.
It has happened very fast.
Very fast.
Yes. I think we missed out on a month. I think we have.
Yeah, it kind of feels that way because I'm like, it's time for the ducks.
Yes.
And it's just, I don't know.
Well, we've been busy trying to promote duck race. We had a really great event with the outdoor living show. So we had a duck pluck at that point, which was a lot of fun.
Yes.
Started selling ducks there. Got some great sponsorships out of that event. But we're still looking for sponsorships, of course. Still trying to sell ducks. We've got a little over 2 weeks.
A little over. So our race is September 24th, and it'll be held at Big Rivers Water Park and Adventure. So that's not this Saturday, but next Saturday. And we are around 4,000 ducks sold of our 10,000 duck goal.
Oh, my.
So
Yeah.
we would love for anyone in the community that is interested in getting involved to adopt a duck, help a neighbor in need. That's kind of our tagline for our duck race. And so we're just really excited to promote this event and to raise much needed funds for our neighbors coming to CAC for assistance services.
So it's pretty inexpensive and very affordable because you can adopt a duck per se for $5 or $25 and you get 6. Yes?
Correct. Yes, your
Okay.
quack pack.
Yes. Just want to make sure I had it straight. Of course, you can donate 100 or more if you want to and have more chances to win prizes. What are some of the prizes?
So our grand prize this year is sponsored by our wonderful friends at Guarantee Bank and Trust, and the grand prize is $2,000.
Cash.
Cash, yes. I'm sorry, $2,500.
$2,500.
$2,500.
Oh, it just got better.
It did, yes.
Just went up.
All right.
And then second place is a $1,000 cash prize from our friends over at Texas First Bank. They are a new partner with us, and so we're excited to have
that's
them.
cool.
Then some of the other prizes include an Apple Watch Series 7 and AirPod Pro bundle, season passes to Big Rivers Water Park and Adventures, and of course, there are a few other prizes, and so we have those listed on our Duck Race website.
But it's so fun to go out there and just watch the duck race.
Yes. We're also going to be streaming it live on our Facebook page. So for folks that can't come out to the duck race, they'll be able to watch on our Facebook page. So go like and follow.
Well, if you've
Nice.
never been out to the duck race too, it's
Yes.
just a fun,
It's just fun.
family-friendly day. We've got 10,000 little rubber ducks.
Which
that are
has
gonna-
never been done.
Which has never been done, but we're going to get there. We are going to get there this year. 10,000 ducks will be dumped into the lazy river, and they're going to race around until we're going to have volunteers in the water also putting ducks in and pulling ducks out. So you would think that it takes a long time, but it really doesn't.
Oh,
Those
no.
ducks
It
just
goes
kind of get
fast.
around. Yes, they do. And the folks that are going to be out there that afternoon will stay after the race, and they'll enjoy the water park as well. I mean, they've got
It's a
petting
wonderful
zoo.
park.
It's wonderful. They've got axe throwing. All
Yeah, they
kinds
have.
of
You don't
fun
have to
stuff.
get in the water. They have
No.
other non-water activities. Yeah,
Yes.
axe throwing would be something I've never done. Have you done that?
No, I have not, but I'm going
I
to
can
this
see you
year.
doing it, though.
I am going to do it this year. I absolutely am.
You can't drink while you do that. You have to just. Throw
I would
the
never.
axe.
I would
No, I know,
never.
but I'm just saying. I bet they prohibit that kind of thing. And
I
then they
would
have some
imagine.
kind of maze thing out there too. I think.
Yes. So to my knowledge, it's one of the largest lake on the lake obstacle courses in the country. So it's this giant obstacle course that floats on the lake out there. So you can put on a vest and go race against your family and friends.
So I haven't done that
That's
either.
interesting.
Yeah, but I think there's an actual maze.
Yeah, and they
right?
have like
there
a
is a maze.
suspension
Yeah.
bridge and things like
Yes.
I
that.
think Quacky was in there last year.
Yes.
was
Oh.
he
He got a
not?
little.
Yeah.
He got a little
Well,
lost.
I think he would get stuck, but maybe not. I don't know.
No, I think he made it through a little bit, but
a little
not.
bit. And they also have new like theme park rides as well that they've added this
Oh,
year.
interesting.
So yeah, so even if you don't want to get in the water, there
It's
are
a
fun
place
activities
that's
that-
undiscovered by a lot of people, I'll bet, in Montgomery County.
Yes.
So go out there. Do you still need volunteers?
We still have some room for volunteers, so we would love for you guys to reach out to us. You can reach out through our Duck Race website. So that's going to be duckrace.com/MoCo, or you can go to the link through the CAC page as well. So that's cac-mctx.org. And sign up with Renee to be able to volunteer.
So exciting. And there's teams. You could be
I
on a
was gonna
team.
say, we need to ask folks to build.
I
a
know you have a
too.
team, right?
I do have a team, but the show is really about Renee right now. We should have
Really?
got her, but because Renee is the greatest.
Where is Renee? She needs
She's
to be
the
here.
person that sells the most ducks every year. Like she
Wow.
is our competition. She is our.
So it's a
competition.
fun little competition to see who
Absolutely.
can
Just a
sell
little bit, yes.
the most ducks. And you can still have other people come on and have their own team. I mean, Skeeter could come on here and have his own team, whatever.
Absolutely.
Go
Definitely.
Skeeter. You should have asked him that.
Right. Well,
You
we
know.
try to challenge everyone to have a little bit of friendly competition. We've had great support from the chambers as well.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Conroe versus the Woodlands.
Well, we're not doing that competition.
Oh, that one
this
was
year.
pretty good, though.
It was, but we're going to get them back next year. But we've had great support from the Woodlands Chamber, the Conroe Chamber, East Montgomery County Chamber. You know,
That's good.
It's been great, absolutely. So we'll continue to get those folks involved.
Well, you get the most at the end, the last.
Usually,
Even
so,
the last
which is a little
week.
stressful, but you
It
know
is.
what?
It's stressful.
Giving you opportunity, right? We're giving you opportunity right now, and you can't win unless you play, right?
Sure.
You can't win unless you play. So, I mean, I would encourage you to do so. Do you have a team, Margie Taylor?
So I'm taking
No,
that
I
as
haven't thought about it, actually.
In all your free time, Margie?
I forgot there was even a weekend. It passed me by somehow.
Well, there is this team called Courtney's Chasing Trophies that if you would like to adopt a dog.
Okay. And there's another team too, right?
There are a bunch of teams.
There's a bunch of teams.
I'm not going to promote my personal one.
But you can go online and go find it.
You absolutely can. I think
Or you can start your own team.
Duckrace.com/the Woodlands. Is it?
Oh, it's MoCo now.
MoCo. I like
Yes.
MoCo better.
It's-
Yes.
MoCo.
Yes.
So it's very easy, and you also you can go to your Facebook page. You could go to your website,
Social
CAC,
media.
MC. Why am I not thinking straight?
Our
away?
website is www.cac-mctx.org.
Yes, I knew that. I was thinking MCEA, and I'm like, that. Where am I getting that? I don't even know.
Not sure you'd get routed there, but we
But
know what you were talking about.
Just Google it.
Yeah, it's just-
Community
well,
Assistance Center. Google
that's
it
right, yes.
on the search box of Facebook or on the website in Google, and you'll find it. Because you need to adopt ducks. Everybody needs it. I always adopt
Absolutely.
ducks. I just
Yes.
haven't gotten there yet, but I will.
Well, we
I'll
would
get
love
there
for
today.
anyone that's interested to adopt a duck and start a
will-
team.
Yeah, I will
Love
come
it.
out there for that event as well. That's a popular day. There's a lot going on.
It is a very, very busy day. Actually, this is a very busy month, but I'll say that, and you spoke to this a little bit, Margie, but it is a good family fun day, but more importantly, every single one of the ducks that get adopted are going back to a good cause. You know, CAC has been around for 41 years. You know that better than anybody. And the services that we provide are really supported by our fundraisers. So this being our second largest fundraiser, we depend on the support of the county to help us continue to be able to support our neighbors.
So let's talk about some of the services you provide to people that come in your doors.
Yeah, so Community Assistance Center has long been known for, serving the entire county, first and foremost, but we really are focusing on food insecurity, housing instability, providing different resources and life skills classes to help people move out of a situation to just become more empowered and more self-sufficient. So we do that. Our central office is here in Conroe. We also have 2 satellite offices that we've been very, very generously supported by the county. So we have an office out in Willis and then another one out in Splendora. So transportation is difficult. So
It
trying to
is,
meet
and
people
that's
where
what
they
I was
are.
wondering too. So East County probably needs it a lot more than other places. Where is it in Splendora?
So it's in the community center building.
Okay.
And so we have
Off
one.
59.
So we have one case manager that's out there 3 days a week, similar to Splendora. We have a case manager that's out there 3 days a week. The Willis location actually has a mini pantry as well. So it just
That's very nice.
Yeah.
Is
it's
that at the
just a little
community
added
center?
bonus. Mm-hmm. Yep. So
I used to office there
Oh, okay.
back in the day.
Not surprising. So those people that know Lupita, who's been in our office for several years now,
Okay,
is also
good,
our
so they can
hand-up
go
case
in
manager.
there.
She's there, yeah, she's there, has a volunteer there with her 3 days a week to help run the pantry too, and she's helping with financial assistance and getting people enrolled in Hand Up, so.
Any plans to go out to West County?
Not yet, but we're always looking to see how we can serve better and make the largest impact, but we
Sure.
have 3 case managers, so we have one that's in Conroe full time and the other 2 are just kind of going out to those spaces now, but not
Well-
outside of the realm of possibilities.
And you also partner with other nonprofits.
Yes, we definitely do.
And the community may or may not know that. It's not a competition. But you all, I mean, there are some that are specific to a geo area, like Society of Samaritans is in West County.
Yeah.
And Interfaith of the Woodlands, of course, is in the Woodlands. And Mission Northeast is in the East County. But you serve the whole county.
We do.
And that's what is a big difference, too. So you serve the bigger parts, but you also partner with the Montgomery County Food Bank.
Absolutely. So we are very much able to serve the whole county, but we can't do all things and we can't be all things to all people. So we try to partner
have partners.
with the people that are in those areas and support them the best that we can. We also allow other nonprofits to come into our building to help serve our clients. None of us are lawyers, so we definitely allow Lone Star Legal Aid to come
Oh,
in.
yes,
the
that's
Conroe
great.
Lions Club comes in to do free vision screenings. We have Star
Rita
of
Wills
Hope.
comes in, too, doesn't she?
Rita, of course, Rita Wills comes in.
Let's talk that 2015 class again.
Yes, best class ever. Yeah, Rita's been coming to work with us for several years, providing navigation with mainstream benefits. She has come to help with volunteer income tax assessments. She's always donating books, right?
Of course.
To all the events that we have.
Children's
She's
Books on Wheels.
first in line to say, hey, let me bring some books so that you guys can distribute them to the kiddos, and huge supporter of ours. So yeah, any service that any nonprofit that has a service that is going to benefit our clients, if we can partner with them, we will. Tomorrow we have a young lady coming in just to talk about voter registration, to make sure that folks who are underserved or just underaware, that they know how to vote, they know how to get a voter's registration card, all of those good things.
That's
So
great education.
just another service that
Absolutely.
that we want to try to provide.
So many things. 41 years,
So
too.
many things,
Oh, my
yes.
goodness.
Yeah. I always tell people, usually when we start talking about the services that we offer, it's a 45-minute conversation, you know. You're getting the Cliff Notes version right now, so.
Of course. And it's a hands up, it's not a hand out.
That's right. That's right. Some people that come into the office, we know that they just need one-time assistance, but then there are those who might need a little bit more guidance and direction. So that's exactly what the Hand Up program is about, just having those discovery conversations and very client-led. We're not forcing anyone to do anything. We ask what they're looking for, and we help them the best we can to get them there. Kind of like teach a man to fish.
Absolutely. So you've been around in the community for so long, and I mean, it was one of the original nonprofits. I believe Mickey Dyson was one of the original people that started it too, along with youth services.
I met with a young lady from the Housing Authority the other day, and we went back to the conversation of when they were located in the building.
I was part of that group with
Yeah.
the Housing Authority, with the Homeless Coalition, when they met there at that building.
There's a lot of history.
I almost
there.
forgot about that,
Yeah.
actually.
There's a lot of history in that building. And it looks a little bit different, not too much, but there used to be another house on the property where it was our
That's right.
voucher house, and that's no longer there. I mean, I know you've been to the office, but for people that haven't toured CAC, I would love to have anybody. We're going to talk to anybody we can about the services
course.
that we offer, but we'd love to tour people.
And you're kind of
as well.
niched in a little hiding place, 1022 McCall, right?
That's right, yeah.
I don't know how to remember that. And it's behind CVS,
Right, mhm.
kind of behind off of 105. So you have to kind of maneuver behind there. But you also pick up things, don't you,
We
for
do.
your
So one of the things
resale
we didn't
shop?
talk about is our resale shop, because we our unique resale shop. It's connected to the building, so that it's open to the public, so you can come and shop. There's always little grapevines there.
Oh, yeah.
We just had a group of volunteers that came in over the weekend with Courtney that redid some of the merchandising areas and repainted, and it's got a little facelift. So we're working there today
nice.
with some more volunteers that are helping to kind of restructure. But the resale shop also serves our county as from a from a voucher standpoint. So folks that need clothes for job interviews, or they're just coming out of homelessness and they need plates or forks or a couch, we are able to voucher items out like that to folks. Everything in the shop is donated. You're welcome to drop stuff off, but if you have larger items and can't drop them off, then we have a truck that we can come and pick bigger furniture pieces up too.
And we usually do pickups on Wednesdays, is typically the day of the week that we do that.
And they just call the main office number?
They can actually call our unique resale shop.
Okay.
So their number extension is going to be 4403. So if they were to call a main number, that would be the extension
That's
that they
where
would
they need
use.
to go.
So Donna, if you haven't been in there, Donna is the resale shop manager, and she's been there for, I think,
Just
right
over
at
a
a year maybe.
Yep.
And she's been in retail for a very, very
It's
long
very
time.
organized.
She just has an eye. You know, not everybody does
Right.
have that skill set, and that's definitely something that she's.
Yes.
It's
just-
very
she
organized.
does,
I was
yeah.
in there just prior to moving my mother from Oregon to Conroe, and I bought 2 end tables for her living room.
Yep.
$20, I think,
Yeah.
for 2 end tables.
There's so many unique finds. That's why we call it unique resale.
Yes.
And we have so many fun things that are happening with Unique's resale. Typically, our shop hours are Tuesday through Friday from 9 to 4. But we've now started being open on the first Saturday of every month, which we always
that's good
have
to know.
certain deals and specials going on. We also started a few weeks ago for starting this month is our Wisdom Wednesdays. So the more wisdom you have in regards to your age, you can get a discount. So if you are lucky enough to be 62
That's
or older,
interesting.
you can get 20% off of your purchase
Some
every
people have
Wednesday.
senior discounts. We have wisdom discounts.
Yes. So the more wisdom you have, the more you can save with us.
That's a nice little turn to that. Yeah.
Exactly. You know, so
It's more complimentary.
Yes, we always want to try to be complimentary with anyone that's coming to us. So
That's
definitely be on the lookout for some really fun things that are happening. We'll be rolling out the Halloween stuff for the resale shop soon.
Oh.
So lots of busy things happening and some really fun stuff that's going to be happening
For the holidays.
for the
too.
holidays.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For the
Okay.
holidays.
So
But it all goes back to the ducks.
It does.
Everything goes back to the ducks. That's right.
I want to hear the duck. Okay. So
Translating, he said, please come adopt a duck.
adopt a duck.
That's right.
So Big Rivers, great place to go. It's a little bit of drive, but it's not as far as going into Houston.
No.
I mean, it's easy, it's fun. It's ducks, it's rubber ducks. It's not complicated, people. So adopt a duck, $5, $25 gives you 6. You can do a flock of ducks, which is $100. It gets you 50, 24. 24.
So the
I don't even
packages go
remember.
up from 1 to 6 to 13 to 28.
Okay. Just go to the
online.
website. Just go check it out. Duckrace.com. Moco, M-O-C-O.
Yes.
And I thank you both for coming on the show today. Jennifer Huffine, Courtney Frost, and
Quacky.
And Quacky. Of course,
Quacky's
Quacky.
representative.
Quack it out. Okay. Thank you very much. And thank you to our sponsors, Roger Stein Chiropractic and Team Sinisi. We will talk again next week.